Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. We are celebrating the wonderful work of Vandy. She has been a wonderful animal assisted intervention therapy dog here at Mary Free Bed. And we are so thankful to this wonderful partnership with PAWS with a Cause. We're looking here at Vandy. We just got done celebrating a nice little retirement tea for her. It's been 7-8 years, I believe, that she's been working here at the hospital, but she's been training for this for a long time. And so right now we're going to talk with Michelle. She is the CEO at PAWS with a Cause, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about Vandy and what all went into her training to be this animal-assisted intervention dog here at Mary Free Bed. So Michelle, just introduce you to our viewers and what PAWS with a Cause is. We've heard of it, but you guys are so much more than just what some people might first think.
Thanks for having me today, Chris. Michelle Sahoski, I'm the CEO of PAWS with a Cause. PAWS is actually a West Michigan gem. We've been around since 1979. We started placing hearing dogs, and we place 4 different types of assistance dogs with people with disabilities. And about 8-9 years ago, Mary Free Bed came to us with this wild and crazy idea to say, how could we help even more patients to thrive? The mission of Mary Free Bed is to restore hope and freedom, and they're always looking for ways to do that. And so they reached out and said, these dogs, they do great work with people. Could they work in an animal assisted intervention situation? Could you train a dog? And so we said, yeah, we were really interested in that, of looking at how a dog could make a difference in a broader sense. So yeah, it's an amazing expansion for us to now be able to also be placing dogs in community settings and seeing how dogs can impact whole communities of people.
So we've been saying this animal assisted intervention, it is different than just a therapy dog. Can you just walk us through what the difference is between the two and how much extra training Vandy had to have to be able to work with the patients she does?
Yeah, there's some generic umbrella terms, right? An assistance dog is a dog that's been specifically task trained to serve one person with a disability, where an animal assisted intervention dog is a dog that has been actually trained to work in a community setting and will have different specific skills and activities that they're going to do to really move that organization forward. So in the case of Vandy obviously works with the rec therapy and the occupational therapy teams here at Mary Free Bed. So we really wanted to have Vandy be able to do skills that helped with the patients as they were building their independence back. So whether it was fine motor skills, think about when you're here and you're really building that up again. So Vandy learned how to play cards with clients and be able to, touch it and do things like that, or would help with gross motor skills. So learning how to walk with somebody who was regaining their balance and really being comfortable with that type of environment. So you really have to work with a dog, and we have professional dog trainers that actually develop those skills and that and all of those little pieces so that the dog can be really comfortable in an environment like this. And then we work with the handlers here at Mary Free Bed so that they learn how to work with the dog.
And so it's 2 years. 2 years of training is a long time. And now she's worked 7-8 years, I believe. Eight years.
Yeah.
She's retiring. So why is that important to give her that break and that rest because of how much work she goes? How many days a week does she come into the office, and what's it like for her routine?
Yeah. So, let's go back to the beginning of those first 2 years. So this is very typical for the dogs that we're placing. They're 2.5 years old before they go to their placements because they're born, they go through basic obedience. I always say an 8-week-old puppy is an 8-week-old puppy, right? You want them to sleep through the night and go to the bathroom outside. Yeah. And you want them to be a puppy and learn how to get involved with different people and be really comfortable in environments. And we have volunteer foster puppy raisers who help us with that first year of life. It's only after they've gone through all of this really basic obedience training that they come back and get evaluated for what their perfect career is. It's a lot like humans, right? So some people grow up to be recreational therapists, and some people grow up to be hospital administrators. And both of those are so important, but they have different skills. So when Vandy came back and we started evaluating, we found out that she would be really, really good working in this type of environment, working with different communities of people. So then she actually was assigned to a professional trainer at PAWS who spent about 10 months really building those skills. And it was only after all of that she came to Mary Free Bed. And I know you also asked, so, wow, why retirement? Well, in people years, she's 70. So
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be retired when I'm 72. So yeah, you get to the point where you're ready for your next point, and we start having those conversations when our dogs are 8.5, 9 years old. How are they doing? Are they slowing down? Are they still really good with doing the work? And she's here. She has a full patient load. She comes in 3 days a week, and she sees patients all day, and has to interact with all those different environments. So just like you and I need vacations and rest times and finally retirement, so does Vandy. So yeah.
So we're just so thankful to you and your whole team to help make this partnership possible for Vandy and also for Faith. We'll ask Maria about Faith too, and just hopefully more partnerships with new dogs coming in. If someone wants to learn more about Paws of the Cause and like your mission, how can they find out more information? And what could be a way that they could possibly get involved or support your guys' work?
We would love to have people get involved. We have a website at pawswithacause.org, and you can always reach out there. We're always looking for volunteers who can help us foster puppy raisers, maybe having one of our breeding homes, or even volunteering on campus and helping our dogs get socialized and ready to come to amazing environments like this. So I invite you to check out our website.
Awesome. Well, Michelle, thank you so much to you, the team, and everybody that supports Paws with the Cause. We'll let you step out over here to enjoy the last little bit of Vandy's retirement party. We're going to bring in Maria, but we've got Deb here, one of the recreational therapists. I'm going to ask you just off the cuff, how do you feel? Is this a sad day, like having Vandy go home? You've been spending time with her for these 8 years. How do you feel here?
I feel sad for myself and for our patients, but very happy for Vandy. I think she's ready. We've had a special bond. I was one of her original handlers. Her and I were the only two here for about 6 weeks during COVID. And yeah, I've also been her home backup, but I'm going to miss her, but I think she's ready, and I'm happy for her to do the next thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Deb. We'll have Maria step over here really quick, and we'll do some more questions from the Mary Free Bed side and how Vandy has been working and helping with patients. So Maria Besta, she is the manager for wheelchair and adaptive sports, recreational therapy, and just a lot of our teams here. So what's it been like from your perspective and for our staff and our patients? You're not on the floors working with them right away, but you can hear the stories about these patients. What does it mean to them to have Vandy come in and to work with them?
Well, they get double greatness because they get a recreational therapist and they get an animal assisted intervention dog. Both very valuable therapies, which is why rec therapy are the best professionals to handle the dogs. And I think it just helps patients with their goals so much faster than if they didn't have this intervention. So what they're doing, they're wanting to complete their goals because the dog is there to help them therapeutically. They're not there just for pets. They're there to do a therapeutic intervention, which is going to get them out of here faster, which is the goal of everybody here.
And one of the great things too is that it's a lot of like co-treating. So the rec therapists are coming in and they'll have physical therapists involved. There'll be occupational therapists, sometimes even speech too. Like it's just such a collaborative, multidisciplinary way that Vandy's working with our patients, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how often they do it, but there definitely have been co-treats for recreational therapy to bring the dog in on especially I think with pediatrics, with Deb working with peds, that the other therapists are involved. Maybe a kid is making a treat, using fine motor skills to feed the dog. I mean, Deb has more of those interventions that they work on, but I think it's definitely a benefit for all the therapies because that's what they can help with.
So tell me a little bit about Vandy's personality too, because now you guys you've re-added Faith to the team, another animal assistant intervention dog a couple years ago now. Tell me about the two different personalities between the dogs.
Deb knows very well.
Deb, yeah, tell me a little bit. What's the difference between Faith and Vandy?
Just like their colors, black and light.
Yeah.
This one's a lot more chill. She is great with babies. She does great with that, just staying super calm in this down positions, a lot of those things. She is a little bit slower moving these days, which also works great sometimes for our little people. And the great thing about Faith is she's a little bit more willing to tackle some new adventures and has a little bit more giddy up in her step. So it's been great balance having the two here. And they're actually pretty good playmates on Mondays when we take them out on their lunch break together. So
there's that one day of the week when they overlap.
Yeah.
So it's been fun watching Vandy, to see her and the interaction and how patients light up. you guys did a quick little like tour around the hall. So with these dogs, they're not meant to be like pet for just a regular. They can't be pet in the halls. But this was the one time where, you know what, she's retiring, and now we're going to walk around and give her those last little bit of pets. What did the staff say about that?
So after 8 years, they've been waiting to just touch her, and they finally could. So that's what's great. The staff are really good. The rec therapy team is really good about making sure people just don't do like walk by pets. And everybody knows, actually marketing has put out a few things that have helped us. We have brochures that kind of tell people the why behind not just petting them. And they're here to work. They're here for therapy. So today was her day to get pet by everyone.
So besides for Paws of the Cause, and who else should we be thanking for being able to have faith in Vandy, these dogs as part of our hospital and our system for our patients?
Well, it really helps to have donors. So Mary Free Bed, we do an employee giving program here, and we have employees who give to help supply finances, like to help for any grooming or for the vet visits, things like that. And then Pet Supplies Plus has been a partner since it started. Essentially, both dogs, they help provide the food and any toys or things that we might need from their store, and they're great at giving us funding for that. And they also paid for the potty.
For the potty, yes.
Paid for the potty.
And so we had fun. We have some people that are still here. We got some donuts and some dog-shaped cookies that are back over there. So it's just been a lot of fun to celebrate this retirement of Vandy. And hopefully this is not one of the last dogs. We've got Faith here, but hopefully maybe we'll be bringing in somebody new here soon too.
Custer has agreed to pay for another dog. So we're working with Paws of the Cause right now to find the perfect fit. They've been meeting with the staff to find out what they're looking for in another dog. And I'm confident we're going to have a really great dog.
Awesome. Well, that's so exciting. We'll make sure we tell you about that here on our social media when we're able to introduce a new dog in the future. We're thankful to Paws of the Cause, all the therapists and staff and families that have made this possible for Vandy. So thank you, Vandy. From me to you and all of our viewers, thank you for all the work that you did for our patients here. Enjoy your retirement. Have lots of treats and a lot of naps. Thanks, Vandy.